participants are scattered all around. All around KZN. Some in primary school, some in high school. Just a few in primary school though. So the purpose of the workshop is the introduction of MilleaLab as a virtual reality platform and its application in education. So some of you may be wondering, some of you didn't give a brief what MilleaLab is. So MilleaLab is an all-in-one VR platform for K-12 education. MilleaLab uses cloud technology that makes it easier for students to access the virtual world created by their educators. So in this workshop, you guys would get a chance to learn and understand MilleaLab on how to create and use MilleaLab to teach your students, for them to understand better on the topic, maybe the topic that they're struggling on. So with that said, thank you so much, guys, for being part of this. I hope you learn a lot. I hope you get excited as we all are knowing this project. So this project will just keep on coming. Next stop, we'll be doing workshops for Adam province, but we'll continue updating you guys on the next workshop on when it will be. Thank you so much. I'd like to leave this opportunity to the team from Indonesia so that they can take us through. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Temi, for the great opening.
Thank you.
Maybe I will start the workshop session. Hello, good morning, everyone. Nice to meet you all. I'm Erika from MilleaLab, and I'll be the MC to guide the workshop today. First of all, I want to say thank you to Mr. Temi and all of the educators here who have given us the time and opportunity at today's workshop to introduce more about MilleaLab. Before we start today's workshop, allow me to introduce our team, MilleaLab. Here's Mrs. Jalita as the brand owner of MilleaLab. And there's Miss Rosita, Mr. Fikri, and Mr. Faisal as the VR educator from MilleaLab. Okay, and for today's session, we will begin with an explanation of the basic principles of VR by Mrs. Jalita, and we'll continue with an explanation of MilleaLab Creator and MilleaLab Viewer by Miss Rosita and Mr. Fikri. So without further ado, let's gear up and dive right into our workshop session today. And to Mrs. Jalita, you are welcome to start the first session.
Okay, thank you, Miss Erika. Can you help me to share screen my presentation?
Okay, wait.
Okay, hello guys. Thank you for attending this workshop today. Let me introduce myself. I'm Jalita as MilleaLab owner. I really appreciate this workshop. I hope you guys get more information about virtual reality and MilleaLab itself. Okay, can you screen? Okay, thank you, Erika. Yep. Actually, today we will learn about virtual reality and its application in education first. Before we will learn about MilleaLab Creator and MilleaLab Viewer. So, as Mr. Tami mentioned before, MilleaLab is an all virtual reality platform for educators and learners who educators can create virtual reality content based on their subject and by their own self. And then the learners can access the virtual reality content by their smartphone. Okay, next slide. Yep, MilleaLab is one of the product of Sinta VR. Sinta VR is the most impactful virtual reality company in Indonesia, and Sinta VR was established from 2016 as a business-to-business services company. And in 7 years, we have completed more than 120 projects for clients in 12 countries. And here's our founders and co-founders. So this is Akira. So as a founder and president director. He was graduated from Waseda University, and Mr. Andes Rizky as a founder and managing director. He was graduated from University of Indonesia, and Andrew S. Puika as a co-founder and chief technology officer. He graduated from BINUS and master degree majoring of virtual reality in Aachen, German. So here we are, Sinta VR. Maybe next. Okay, I will inform you a little bit about our recognition as a MilleaLab. Not only in national, but MilleaLab have several recognition from international, such as MilleaLab was the only keynote speaker from Indonesia in BILT Learning Lab and UNESCO Unified German. And then MilleaLab was chosen to be a part of LEAP Global 2022 Innovators, and Sinta VR itself chosen by World Economic Forum as the only metaverse company from Indonesia selected as Technology Pioneer World Economic Forum in 2022 until 2024. Okay, and for MilleaLab itself, we have been accessed by 20,000 users in Indonesia, and we have been trained more than 9,000 educators in Indonesia, and we have been accessed by 1,500 schools in Indonesia, and we have 300 virtual reality ambassador who actively create virtual reality content. Next slide. Okay, for collaboration program, actually MilleaLab have been conduct several program with many partners, such as in 2020 we have been conduct 100 virtual reality pioneer schools and 1,000 virtual reality expert with Siamolek, teacher organization, etc. And from 2021 to 2023, MilleaLab have been conduct the digitalization program in education with Ministry of Communication and Information Technology Indonesia and Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology. Next slide. Okay, before I start this workshop, I want to inform you about our training material today. So we will learn about virtual reality, story and evolution of virtual reality, and virtual reality in education itself. Next slide. Okay. Maybe I want to know, you guys, does anyone know what is virtual reality means? Please write it in the chat column. Or you guys have been access virtual reality content in your country?
Hi, Jalita. Please assist the one in the comment. I think they can't access the sound.
Oh, okay.
Chat.
Do Zoom. Maybe you can try your device first. Because I think you have to connect with Wi-Fi or mobile data first while you joining the Zoom.
Yes, and please just swipe your screen to the right, and then you'll see tab. I think you'll see tab. Not sure if, oh, that is for the mic. Not sure about the sound and all that. Okay, please switch off the mic. We can hear you now.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, we can continue. Oh, another thing, can we, when you read, I'm not sure some of you can clearly. Probably we can just read slowly, just for the understanding.
Switch up your mic.
Can the host please switch the participant's mic? Apologies for that. Thank you.
Okay, can I continue my presentation?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Apologies for that.
okay, thank you, Temi. Okay, maybe I want to explain more about virtual reality. Virtual reality is a combination of the words of virtual reality. In simple terms, the meaning of VR is a method that turns imagination into reality in the virtual world. Like the famous quotes from Albert Einstein, imagination is more important than knowledge. As we know, all the information or knowledge begins from imagination. So with this technology, virtuality technology, we can visualize all the imagination we have become a reality in the virtual world. For example, in education, we can invite our learners to explore the space in the virtual reality platform, and then we can go back in time to explore the world of dinosaurs. And this technology is the innovative solution for helping education to face the global challenge. Next slide. Okay, actually virtual reality is a part of immersive technology. So immersive technology itself consists of augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. For augmented reality itself, this technology allow us to bring the digital elements to the real world. This technology doesn't require specific devices because it only need a smartphone to access augmented reality technology. For example, maybe you guys for daily using Instagram filters or have been playing Pokemon Go, and if you guys see there is a books which when we scanned by a QR code that will display a 3D object for detailing the object. For example, you guys can see the video in the screen. And for virtual reality itself is opposite of augmented reality because VR allow to bring us 100% into the digital world. And virtual reality technology need a specific requirement for devices as we need virtual reality headset to explore the virtual reality content with full immersion system. And this technology is very useful for learning with varieties of scenario. Maybe you can play the video, Miss Erika. Okay, for the next, we have mixed reality. This technology is more advanced than augmented reality and virtual reality because this technology is a combination of AR and VR. Mixed reality is allow us to interact with the real and virtual world at the same time. Example, we can take a virtual box beside our table in the reality, and we can see what inside the box in the virtual using mixed reality glasses. Next slide. Yep. This is the story and evolution of virtual reality. Actually, virtual reality technology already exists in 16, I think, but not yet named virtual reality technology. And the first simulator was created by Morton Hellick in 1960 called Sensorama. This is a multi-sensory simulation that user can explore Brooklyn City, hearing several noise or sound in the city, smell some fragrance such as baking bread, etc. And the words of virtual reality itself appeared by Jaron Lanier, a researcher of VPL Research. He is the father of virtual reality who named this technology with virtual reality. So he combined the word of virtual and reality itself because user can explore virtual reality as if were in reality. And year by year, virtual reality is growing by the use of virtual reality in various sectors such as film, games, etc. And in 2014, Facebook by Oculus VR that validate virtual reality technology will be grow and give more impact to other sectors such as properties, education, etc. And for the next slide, we will know about variation of virtual reality headset. Actually, this is the variation of virtuality headset. Previously, maybe virtuality was still difficult to reach because of it was expensive with high specification, but now VR can be accessed with affordable device such as smartphone and only using virtual reality cardboard. Next slide. Okay, and this is virtual reality in education based on Nielsen data. Here, there is a demand by 81% for for virtual reality in education, and the supply of virtual reality content is very small, only 24%. So we need more creators to create virtual reality content and fulfill this demand, I think. Next slide. Okay, and why virtual reality? Because based on various research, virtual reality can increase the positive emotion up to 6 times and improve students' cognitive abilities up to 30% to 40%, and easy and affordable learning concept because it can reduce lab or simulation investment up to 95%. And this is the example of case study virtual reality in Beijing, China. So virtual reality actually have several impacts, such as can increase average score of immediate tests based on this use case. For the next, we have example from Warwick, English. So virtual reality can increase remembering more than video, textbook, and positive emotion more than video, textbook, and decrease negative emotion from video and textbook. And MilleaLab itself, actually, we have been conduct case study. So we measure some student by using MilleaLab in 10 provinces with 1,800 students in Indonesia, and MilleaLab can increase understanding level up to 94% and positive emotion up to 80%. And we measure some student by using MindWave to reveal how MilleaLab was creating continuous engagement, upon students' focus and relaxation up the average grade. Next slide. Okay, why haven't used VR before if virtual reality have several benefits gitu? Maybe based on the data before, we have limited virtual reality access and limited educational content, but now virtual reality in a new era, virtual reality more adaptive because can be accessed. Next slide. Yeah, for now, virtual reality can be more adaptive because can be accessed by smartphone. User only need virtual reality headset and smartphone to access virtual reality content. And now educators can create virtual reality content by themselves based on their subject. So the supply will be more fulfilled to the demand. Next slide. Okay, and before we start to using virtual reality in the classroom, we should prepare identification some preparation such as pedagogical identification and then technical identification and curriculum identification. Next slide. Okay, this is our method matrix. So that consists of PT area for school that have strong readiness in pedagogical and technical elements, but are weak in adapting the school curriculum. And this is the method we can use virtual reality co-creation group and assessment-based VR. And we have TK area an area for schools that have strong readiness in technical and curriculum elements but are weak in student activity. And we can use station rotation with VR and FGD with the multiple scenario method in VR. And for the last, we have PK area for school that have strong readiness in pedagogical and curriculum elements but are weak in school technique. And we can use self-virtual models and a virtual group flex model. Next slide. Okay, this is our last information about the method. So for self-virtual model is the learner can choose virtual reality mode or non-VR mode in their smartphone while access the virtual reality content that created by educators. So educators can share their code classroom and to the learners via online or offline. And for virtual group flex model, educators can create a small groups that consist of 5 students with the same learning material with different problem or quizzes for each group. The next slide. And this is beta areas for VR co-creation model group. Learners can learning independently by create virtual reality content based on the subject. So educators give the learning material to each learner or group, and the learner allowed to develop virtual reality content based on their understanding. And for assessment-based VR, this method focuses on the assessment function, so educators can give a pre-test before using virtual reality and give the post-test after using virtual reality and measure how their understanding of the learning material. Next slide. Okay, for station rotation VR, so educators can create station in their classroom. For example, at one station, several VR tools were placed to examine the problems and theories that students want to study, and then the other station was for group discussion and so on. And for the last FGD multiple scenario, this method will make students become active in discussion activities because the educators can create a small group consists of 5 students, and then the content is available for different scenario for each group, but in one learning material theme. Maybe that's all for me for introduce about virtual reality itself and how virtual reality can implement in our education or our classroom. For the next session, I invite Erika to join to share again about the other session.
Okay, thank you, Mrs.
Thank
Jalita.
you.
Thank you for a very informative explanation about the basic principles of VR. Before we move on to the next session, I want to inform to all of the educators here who have questions regarding the explanation earlier can write it down on the chat, or you can ask directly later in the Q&A session, and we will answer all the questions on the Q&A session later. Next, we will continue to the next session, which is the explanation of MilleaLab Creator and MilleaLab Viewer that will be presented by Ms. Rosita and Mr. Fikri. To Mr. Rosita, you are welcome to explain about MilleaLab Creator.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hi, everyone.
Sorry, Miss Rosita, I can't hear you clearly.
Okay, now? Yes. Okay. Hi, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rosita. Now, I will continue his presentation about MilleaLab Creator. Have all educators downloaded MilleaLab Creator? Okay, first of all, I'll be opening MilleaLab Creator on your laptop because now I will explain the feature in MilleaLab Creator. Okay. The first thing, when you start up of the first time, you will need to sign in with your Google account or affiliate with Google.
Sorry, Miss Rosita, the mic is not clear enough. Can you please check the mic?
Okay.
Thank you.
When you start up for the first time, you will need to sign in with your Google account or an account affiliate with Google. Click login on your MilleaLab Creator. And shortly after you click login, you will go to login page in your browser. Login using your email account by clicking sign in with Google. After selecting your email account, wait until it finishing and it says successful login. Please close this browser and return to MilleaLab application. Return to MilleaLab and there will be information to select your institution and confirm. Okay, when we enter the MilleaLab view, we will divide into 3 areas, namely the canvas, the right panel, and the left panel. And now, this is the display of canvas page. Canvas page is where you can create all your creation to create 3D and virtual reality based environment. And left panel, MilleaLab Creator content menu, 3D asset, sky, background music, and interaction. Object list, properties, total asset, complexity, and demonstrate. Okay, the second area is the left panel, and we will explain one by one, starting from the menu scene. Menu scene contains a submenu including new empathy scene. You can easily create virtual reality content according to the creativity and scenario you want by simply dragging and dropping use the 3D asset in the MilleaLab library. Using the template. After you have in the new scene with template submenu, there are templates that have been provided according to subject, major, and level. Okay, wait. Okay. Click scene, click new scene with template, and you click the scene to be used. For example, and last click open. Okay, next, save scene. Save scene. After you have finished creating your scene, you can save your scene with the save submenu. Their step as follow. Click scene, click save, and you must be filled in, namely scene name,
choose level, and subject, class, and last description. If you have filled out the categorization, click Save. And confirm. Next, My Scene. The My Scene submenu contain all scene created by creator stored on my MilleaLab Cloud server. And step, click Scene, click My Scene. Then and click the scene to be used. Press Sample and click Open. Next, share scene. Share scene. In the share scene submenu, creators can send scene to collaborate with other creators. Select the scene you want to share up to 10 scene. Next, type the intent email creator. For example, and click Send. Confirm. Next, My Classroom. Contains virtual classes that have been created and facility for creating virtual class. And you click New Classroom. Fill in classroom name. For example, next, fill capacity class. Fill available for active duration of the class, 30 days. Next, click created class in the content table and click Add. Last, save. Confirm. Next, last of menu scene is the quiet submenu function to exit the MilleaLab Creator application. Click scene and click quiet. And then edit menu. Edit menu contains submenu including undo to cancel the last comment. For example, redo to cancel undo section. Duplicate to duplicate the object or asset. Control D. Delete to delete the last comment. Move to move the object or asset position.
rotate the position of the object or asset. And last, scale to enlarge or shrink object or asset. Okay. After that, view menu. View menu contain sub-menu including control bar, to display the bar move or set position, rotation or set rotation, and scale or set size. Left panel to remove and show the left panel. Right panel to remove and show the right panel. Top view to see the view from the top viewpoint. Bottom view to see view from the bottom viewpoint. Left view to see the view from the left viewpoint. Right view to see the view from the right respective. Front view to see the view from the front viewpoint. Back view to see the view from the bottom point of view. And last, grid. Grid is your guide for knowing the distance and size relative to the player. Grid size per box is 1 × 1 meter. In one grid box, there cannot be 2 interactions. The furthest distance between standpoint is no more than 7 grid square, and the shortest distance is 2 grid square. Yeah, like this.
Hi, Ndutuzo, please switch off your mic.
Menu submission. You can upload your own 3D background music and 360.
Hello, Miss Rosita. Sorry, you still mute? Hello. Hello, Miss Rosita. You still mute? Hello.
Okay. Content setting for the launch use, namely Indonesian or English, and save. Next, click setting, click UI size. If you want size medium, small, or large, can you choose and apply? autosave dan reminder, continue your own autosave setting using the following step. Click setting, click autosave and reminder. Select a scene saving reminder every 10 minutes, maybe. Autosave scene every 10 minutes again. And click save. And the last, help menu. This menu contains submenu including the following control list. Find shortcut along with detailed information about the control you can use. Move double Y, rotate E, and another. Next, about content the version information of MilleaLab application. FAQ contain information about technical questions that often arise along with the answer. And test your scene, direct link to install MilleaLab Viewer. Okay. This icon, player, the icon is called the player. Player is the position of virtual reality user whose eye level is 170 centimeter high. And in this area, 3D asset, all the 3D asset you want to work with are available in the 3D asset menu. This menu contains submenu including the following: environment, structure, static, and animated. 3D asset, in creating a scene, you only need to drag and drop on the asset or interaction you want to create and can search in the search submenu by typing search keyword. For example, woman. Press and hold on the select asset on interaction, then hold and drag it into the canvas. Next, 3D asset environment and base plane are assets that are used to create an environment or atmosphere. These assets have variation depending on the theme you want to create, such as prehistory theme, modern history, urban and village environment to outer space. Three asset structure. Asset used to build a building or more detailed environment condition relate to buildings. Their assets vary from prehistoric theme, modern history, urban and village environment. Okay, next, 3D static object asset. 3D static object assets are used to provide detailed atmosphere or visual stimulus. These assets are usually detailed objects that can be studied or given special information. And next, 3D asset animated object. Animated objects are moving asset and asset with special animation. MilleaLab has a lot of animated 3D asset can be used by all level of education. Government Muslim and mail office and the others. Next, sky. You can choose sky to increase the immersive and realistic impression for your content user by clicking on the desired sky and adjust to your scene. For example, next, background music. You can choose background music to enhance the immersive and realistic impressive of your content with the music we provide. Download first on the right of the list to listen to the creator by clicking the down arrow. If you have downloaded, you can play the BGM before selecting it. The steps are follow. Click the button play icon on the select BGM. Click pause to turn off the BGM. Next, interaction. Content feature to maximize VR technology in your scene by drag and drop. Just like insert 3D asset into your location. MilleaLab superior interaction feature are standpoint, pop-up info, YouTube 360, YouTube video, portal, custom image, upload 360, and upload video. Standpoint. Standpoint is an interaction that allows your user to move from one place to another by looking at your install point. For example, and tips for me, adjust the first standpoint in front of the player head. Slide with distance of 3 grid square from the player head to 3. A duplicate standpoint to the area you want to explore. Control A. Enter interaction object, static 3D asset, or animated 3D asset into the standpoint. Okay, next, interaction pop-up info. Pop-up info can be written information, text maximum 100 character. Tap the blue box and type in the appropriate information material. Pop-up info can also be in the form of sound, you can record audio directly or upload an audio MP3 file as a narration in the following way. Hi everyone, how are you? Okay. Next, pop-up info can present quiz as multiple choice, multiple answer, and true/false. The step for creating a quiz after clicking Add Quiz are by filling in the quiz editor. Passing score, KKM, time setting, duration of working on question, for example, 10 minutes. And next, add question, detail, fill in the question, fill answer, can you add image? If you want, click add an image, select file, click import, and click cancel to cancel if you want that an image. Don't forget to your score and save. Next, YouTube 360. And YouTube video. YouTube 360, click the YouTube 360 logo to go to the YouTube web. Select a YouTube 360 video and copy the YouTube 360 video URL. And paste into the link column. And fill in the video title. Next, YouTube video. Click the YouTube video logo to go to the YouTube web. For the example, select a YouTube video and copy the YouTube video URL. And paste into the link column. Fill in the video title. Click the play button if you want to play. And next, portal. Portal are interaction that let you connect early scene with other scene, so you can create more exciting and challenging story. Can step for its use are follow. Click to choose scene. Find the scene you want to link to. For example, and click select. Next, custom image. Custom image are interaction that function to add image or photos to your scene. Step to upload and photos. Click import to upload the image or photo file. For example, click and import to upload. Adjust the position and scale if you need it. And click cancel to close the load image. Okay. Next, upload video and upload 360 video. Video and upload 360 video is an interaction where you can upload video or video 360 from your PC or laptop, so user will be able to see the video as part of the explanation. Step are follow. Click import. You can choose a video and click import. Video 360 or upload video. Next, 3D asset filter. Serve to make it easier to find 3D asset based on the news, oldest, and also alphabetically. If you how to click the filter sorting button, then an option will appear to filter asset. For example, okay, next, right panel, account menu. Account menu contains the name of creator account, which consists of submenu including the following: account detail, switch institution, and logout. Account detail contains account information. Click account name. Click set profile. Enter personal data, upload a photo, and enter the personal data. And click save. Confirm. Switch institution. Content about changing about institution. And log out. Command to exit the account. Next, object list. The object list, the 3D asset and interaction you have designed, and the level of complexity of your scene. 3D asset and interaction column contain the 3D asset hierarchy and all interaction other than standpoint present in your scene. Standpoint list. Short standpoint according to your journey scene. Scene complexity level. Show the number of the 3D asset used in your scene in vertex unit. The higher the level of complexity of your scene, the more it affects the performance of your smartphone. When access the scene becomes lower. Next, properties. Properties function to able to organize the 3D asset design in your content and make it more interactive. First, position. Change the position or layout of 3D asset automatically by entering number on the available axis. Rotation, change the rotation or viewing angle of 3D asset automatically by entering number on the available method average. Scale, change the scale of 3D asset automatically by entering number on the provide axis. For the example, next, pickable. Create a 3D asset so that it can be take or closer view of the object. Preview animation. Play an animation of 3D asset. For example, next, lock object. To make 3D asset immovable or lock. And last, enable object physics to make the collider boundaries for 3D asset impenetrable. Preview animation. And last, demonstrate. Preview mode serve to review the result of content created directly in MilleaLab Creator using preview mode without having to look in MilleaLab Viewer by clicking the demonstrate button next to account menu. That's it for me. Thank you for attention, and back to Miss Erica.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Rosita, for the explanation about MilleaLab Creator. Maybe next we will move on to the next explanation about MilleaLab Viewer that will be presented by Mr. Fikri. To Mr. Fikri, you are welcome to explain about the MilleaLab Viewer.
Okay, thank you, Miss Erika. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are good. Let me to introduce myself. I'm Fikri as a VR educator and also with my friend, Mr. Faisal. So the next, after Miss Rosita already explained regarding how to use MilleaLab Creator, now we want explain how to use MilleaLab Viewers. So let me share screen first. Okay. Have you seen it, guys? Okay. Okay, so first, we have to open the MilleaLab Viewers on the Android smartphone. If you're not ready install in your smartphone, you can install on the Play Store. You can search by MilleaLab Viewers. Okay, we have to open the MilleaLab Viewers. Okay, this is the loading display in MilleaLab Viewers. We just wait until the character loads to check the internet and the smartphone device. The name is Otis. If the Otis character looks happy, the check is successful, and we can log in using our email account. We just click sign in with Google, and we can choose the email account that we will use. Okay, this is a gallery view of MilleaLab Viewers or Explore feature. In the Explore feature, we can use several VR content templates for learning. This gallery has many subjects such as biology, geography, math, and all this content VR is ready to use. Okay, next, if you want join the classroom, there are two ways to join the class that the educator has made. Maybe I will share the class code and the link that I made first to our WhatsApp group, and you can try it while listening to the explanation. I will share on WhatsApp group. Yeah, you can try on your smartphone. Okay, the first we can enter the existing class code in MilleaLab Creator as explained by Ms. Rosita before, or use the class code that I have provided in WhatsApp group. Then click the join button in the middle on the MilleaLab Viewers menu. Click join, and then please enter the class code. Okay. After we join with the code, a notification will appear that you have successfully joined the class. Okay. The second, you can join by clicking on the class link in MilleaLab Creator by sharing the class link via WhatsApp or something like that. Maybe I already give the link for try the VR content. Okay, the next, after join classroom, we can check the classroom menu behind join, behind button join. Then click the class, click the VR content in the class. Then a display will appear to select the mode they will use, there are three modes in MilleaLab viewers to access VR content. So the first is play in VR. This mode function to view learning content using a VR device. To get experience in experiencing virtual world, it is highly recommended to use play in VR mode. The second, sorry, wait. Okay, sorry. The second is playing in 360. Playing in 360, this mode function to view learning content without using a VR device. Just move your phone to explore the learning content that has been made, but enable to experience the virtual world. Yeah, maybe Faisal can explanation how to move phone. Please open your camera. Okay, maybe we just move phone like this. Okay, the last one is play non-gyro. Play non-gyro, this mode function to view learning content without using a VR device, and also for mobile device that are not equipped with a gyro sensor. Just slide on the part of your screen and click like this. Okay, maybe I'll give an example by using the play in VR mode first. Maybe Mr. Faisal can help me for how to use a VR device.
Sure.
Okay.
Test. Hello. Test.
Okay, and also share screen.
Please just wait.
Okay.
I think we can stop the share screen for me.
Yes.
Please wait. Screen. Okay, share. Right? Is my screen is now share screen?
Yes, of course, Mr. Faisal. So maybe you can open the camera, how to operate device to VR device. Your smartphone to VR device.
Oh, sorry. Wait. Okay. So this is a view from the VR.
Okay. So this is VR device, yeah.
VR box device. And this is my smartphone, and this is MilleaLab viewer. So you can see. So you can just put your phone with, if you have a microphone jack, you can put the jack audio to your device smartphone microphone device smartphone. So you can just put, and you can like put this in your phone. First, maybe I think I will use the play mode VR, play in VR. So you can see in the share screen, my device now will be loading to the scene, and just click the continue, and you can see the loading for the scene. So please just wait until the scene is now ready.
Yep. Okay. For the interaction in the content, please see the white dot in the middle. The center white dot serves as a pointer to access several features in VR content. Okay. Maybe after loading it done, Faisal can use the VR device, and maybe I will explain how use the VR device and access the journey content VR.
Sure. Please just wait.
Okay.
Now we are in the content. Okay, Fikri,
Okay.
please explain. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Faisal. For example, if we point the pointer at the standpoint and then we will walk to that standpoint. Maybe Faisal, can you pointer to the standpoint? Yeah, like that. And also, if we point the pointer to the pop-up info, we will get information by text. If we already input audio in pop-up info on MilleaLab Creator, we can also hear the audio in the pop-up info. Okay, next maybe we won't search the video. Just hover the white dot to standpoint. And for the video, you just pointer like Mr. Faisal. Okay, this is a video. We can pause in the viewers, and we can speed up. Okay, maybe Mr. Faisal, you can interact with the menu in your below. Yep. If you want interaction with asset, quiz, or menu in content VR, you can click first hover the white dot or pointer to menu and click tech quiz with the VR if you using the VR device. If you're not using VR device, you can click on your phone. Yeah, maybe we can start tech quiz. For example. Yes. Yeah, are you sure you want to start quiz? And then click yes. And we can click start quiz and the question will appear in the MilleaLab viewers. We can choose the A or B like that. Click. Okay, the next. Yeah. Maybe that is, for example, we just hover pointer on the standpoint, pop-up info, YouTube, and if you have the interaction with asset, quiz, you just hover pointer and click button on the device VR if you are using device VR. But if you're not using device VR, you can just click on your phone. Okay, thank you, Mr. Faisal. Maybe you can stop screen, please. Okay, next. Back to me. I will share screen again. Okay. The next, the my scene. The my scene menu in MilleaLab Viewers is the content we created in MilleaLab Creator. We can preview it before putting VR content into class. But in the my scene, we cannot interact with quiz while trying out the content that we have created in the my scene menu, because quizzes can only be interacted with content that is already input in the class. So if you want to interact with the quiz, please enter the content first into the class. Okay, that's my scene. Maybe still loading. Yes, that's my scene. Okay, the next this setting menu, the last one. Sorry, the first is in the setting menu, we can edit our profile by clicking on my account and then clicking on edit profile. That we can change our profile according to our wish. Okay, we just if you already edit, you just click save. Okay, so the next one, the second one, in the setting menu, we can also change the language that will be used. For now, there are two language options, English and Indonesian. Okay, the next one, if you have a remote control to access VR content, you can connect the remote control with the Bluetooth device on your phone. And in this Bluetooth menu, you will be given information about how to connect the remote control with your phone. You just click Bluetooth menu and you just slide for information how to connect remote control with your Bluetooth phone. Okay, and automatically enter the Bluetooth setting on our phone, then try to connect according to the guide that has been given before. Okay, so the next tutorial menu, in this section we will get information about the tutorial on using viewers. You only need to click next and attention to the instruction from the tutorial. So this menu can help you operate VR feature or content in viewers. You just click begin tutorial and next, and you can see the instruction. If you feel enough, you can skip tutorial. Okay, the next one, manage data. In the settings menu, data management features are also available. In this feature, we can delete the cache after we download the VR content if we want to clean it. Or we can also use it if we experience problem with VR content. We can clear the cache first, then we reopen the VR content again. We can choose which cache to delete, or we can select all to delete the cache, like that. Okay, the next one, feedback. If you have suggestion for the development of this MilleaLab Viewers application, you can enter them using this feedback feature. Okay, the last one, sign out. If you want to change account, you can click sign out first. Then later you can log in again with a different account. But if you just exit the application, there is no need to sign out. Just click the back button on your smartphone Android, then click yes to exit the application. Okay, maybe that's all feature on your viewers. Thank you. Maybe can go back to Erica. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fikri and Mr. Faisal, for the very detailed explanation about MilleaLab Viewer. Hopefully, after the explanation earlier, all of the educators here can understand more about how to use the MilleaLab platform. All right, next we will go to the next session, which is the Q&A session. For all of the educators, you're welcome to ask questions if there are still things you don't understand or something you want to know. For the question, you can raise your hand or you can type it on the chat box. Is there any question about the MilleaLab platform or maybe about the virtual reality principles?
Okay, just to edit, sorry to cut you off like that, but just to edit for the participants, probably it was just a small explanation, but the document for the MilleaLab Creator, you'll find it on them, on the documents that we send on the group. So you can create anything, just anything at all. If you're doing life science, you can create whatever you teach. If you're doing maths, you can create whatever you teach. If you're doing physics, you can create anything. So that you have access now and have a bit of an understanding on what you can do, how you can use MilleaLab Creator and Viewer. You can create it yourself, and you can just share it with us on the group. So that we see how you guys are progressing. But yeah, if you still have any questions for anything at all, even for the creator and the viewer, please do send it on chat, or you can just say it here on the live. If you don't have anything for now, you can just write it down, and then you can send it on the group chat on WhatsApp. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Femi. Yes, that's right. If from now there's no question, maybe you guys can type the question in the group chat later.
Yes, I believe they would do so. Yeah, I believe they would do so. But let's just give you guys a chance. If you do have any questions, if you don't have, you can just say thank you on a chat so that we may understand that you are hearing us on the other side.
Yes, okay. If there's no question for now, maybe we will continue. So, okay, for the video recording, we will send it later. And now maybe can you guys turn on your camera, because we will enter the documentation session. If there's no one who wants to turn on the camera again, maybe I will start the documentation session.
If possible, can everyone turn on their cameras? If you can, if you're at a good space. If not, it's no problem.
Okay. I will start the documentation session. I'll capture for 1, 2, and 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we are already at the end of the event. Before we close the workshop session, I want to say thank you to all of the educators here for being a part of this incredible workshop. We hope you can gain valuable insight and inspiration to fuel your journey ahead. Until we meet again in the next exciting endeavor, stay motivated and stay passionate. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How